Now, 10 years ago this weekend, Central Illinois lost an icon from right here at Channel 3. Robert Reese was a meteorologist for many years in Central Illinois, but he was more than just that for so many people.
The fact that people still remember him is a reflection of how much he gave to the community and why people still talk about him now, because he was a family member for everyone. He was a good friend, and people missed being around him and still do miss him.
Robert Reese was known for his on-the-road stories, his humor and jokes, among so much more. And don't forget, you can watch our special one-hour show hosted by Jacob Dickey honoring the 10 years since Robert passed Sunday morning at 7 a.m. The show will be on television and streamed on the WCIA3 News app. After the show airs, watch for special digital content and more online at WCIA.com.
Back Central Illinois, you may recall about 10 years ago, it was a day of loss for Central Illinois when a beloved icon lost a hard and courageous battle with cancer. We're talking about Robert Reese, who left behind many who loved him both on television and in person.
That's right. He was a dad, a brother, a husband, and a grandfather. But for thousands and thousands of people, he was an inspiration, a role model, and a friend. And that includes to our very own meteorologist, Jacob Dickey. He's joining us this morning now to talk about his life and legacy. We were just talking about how you were Robert's kidcaster when you were 11 years old, so that relationship spanned time there.
Yeah, it's been really cool to dig down into the vault and talk to folks who knew Robert. I knew him as a kid, but a lot of folks around here had worked with him for years and years, and I hear all those stories, and we thought 10 years later, what a great way to honor his legacy and put together a one-hour special for Sunday morning.
But Jacob, too, I think about this, how he almost kind of inspired your own passion. You said that you watched him as a kid on TV,
yeah,
and that transformed you to now fill his shoes and keep his legacy going.
Yeah, I think about him a lot when I do the weather, and just that legacy that he set for, you think of our 10 years most accurate forecast, that started with Robert. He was the first person to get that into gear and get us that award, and so that legacy still lives today, so it's really cool to see that here. There's also a lot of fun stories and whatnot. I think we've got a little soundbite that I wanted to share that kind of will help illustrate what we're going to see for the hour show coming up on Sunday morning.
All right, let's hear it.
There's on-camera Robert, and then there's off-camera Robert. And, you know, when he's on the air, he's incredibly professional. Just hits all of his marks, hits all of his times, supporting the group like a champ. But off-air, you have a different relationship. And we were friends. I was grateful to just hang out in the Weather Center and talk with him.
We're going to take a look at that show on Sunday morning at 7 a.m. You can watch that on TV, and I'll also have it streaming on the News app, and then more content. There's a lot of stories that I've heard. You know, some of the stories are, you know, talking about the serious side of things. Some of the telethon he did. Some of the stories, though, are a little more fun and just kind of share some of his humor. There's so much. We couldn't fit it all into an hour, so we'll have more digital content coming online after that show. And but we just get to hear some stories and really learn more about who Robert was. He was someone who a lot of people in Central Illinois really connected with.
And we got to hear, you were talking about the humor and the stories. Give us one of yours.
Ooh, so when I was a kidcaster, I remember walking in, and Robert had asked, he said, hey, go up to Matt Metcalf. Matt Metcalf was the morning anchor at the time. He said, go ask Matt how many cans of hairspray he uses.
Oh, my God.
And I remember thinking, you know, I'm 11, 10, 11, I don't want to do that. I'm a little nervous right now. And I ended up doing it. And I remember Matt was like, oh, when I asked him. But Matt turned immediately and looked at Robert. And I remember looking back at Robert, and he's just, just in the back smirking and smiling. He just had some humor that was really funny. There's tons of stories that we could share, and we're going to have different sound bites throughout the day today to capture some of those stories and some of those memories.
All right. Well, we are very much looking forward to that. We know you've been working tirelessly on it.
Yeah, I think you were here last night when I was here, and it was like 8 o'clock. Different reasons, 8 p.m. But, yeah, it's going to be great. We hope you join us for the show then again on Sunday morning, 7 a.m. I think we got time for weather now as well here. So just like the old days, Robert Reese, weather on the threes.
10 years ago this weekend, Central Illinois lost an icon from right here at Channel 3. Robert Reese was a meteorologist for many years in Central Illinois, but he was more than just that for so many people.
The fact that people still remember him is a reflection of how much he gave to the community and why people still talk about him now, because he was a family member for everyone. He was a good friend, and people missed being around him and still do miss him.
And there are many more stories, including some funny ones, about one of Central Illinois' most beloved meteorologists. And don't forget, you can watch our special one-hour show hosted by Jacob Dickey, honoring the 10 years since Robert passed. It's Sunday morning at 7 a.m., and the show will be on TV and streamed on the WCIA 3 News app. After the show airs, watch for special digital content and more online at WCIA.com. All right, hard to believe that it has been 10 years since we lost a beloved coworker, friend, husband, father, and grandfather, Robert Reese. And we remember Robert for his fun Reese Report in the morning.
And in the evenings, he would make us hungry with his Robert on the Road stories. And this Sunday morning, Jacob Dickey hosts a WCIA 3 special remembering Robert. So Jacob Dickey himself joins us with some details. Jacob, you've put together a really cool compilation of some of the memories that is going to be shown this Sunday morning. Tell us a little bit about what people can look forward to.
Yeah, so we're going to have memories and stories of Robert. We'll talk about his legacy a little bit, too, through the station. I've talked with a lot of different folks, from family members to friends to even just coworkers here, former coworkers and whatnot that work with Robert. And it's just been really fun to hear these stories and just to revisit those days. You know, I know we grew up watching Robert. And for me, at least, I don't know, Heather, but...
Yes, for me as well.
Yeah, okay.
I grew up with Robert. And
any chance I can get right.
Yeah, I hear you with your little dig there. But let's talk specifically about what Robert meant to you.
Yeah, so when I was a kid, I grew up watching Robert, and I got to be a kid caster. He showed up to my 4th grade classroom, and I just remember being bewildered by it. I loved the weather at the time, but he really set the, you know, that, and put the
gold
put it on fire.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And so when I came in and did Kidcaster, it was just such a fun experience, and I remember that just being the pill of the moment where I knew I wanted to be a meteorologist at WCIA one day. I'm living my dream every day because of Robert, which is really cool.
I love that.
So how has putting this together, hearing those interviews, watching these memories over again impacted you?
It's been really touching to be able to share the story of such a, an amazing individual. I mean, he meant so much to so many people in Central Illinois. And while we talk about stories, you know, the impact he's had, there's a lot of funny things too. Robert was well known for his humor.
And his pranks.
His pranks, yes.
Yes.
We're going to share some of those as well during the newscast. The one thing too is, you know, we got an hour for the morning show. There's so many stories. We're going to fill our digital content with it after the show next week on that, with stories and whatnot. You know, we've been sharing different stories as well in the newscast and ahead of it, things that maybe aren't going to make it in the show. He was just a fun guy. There's so many things we could talk about. On the road, moonshine. You know, we could talk about his cars. We could talk about music. All these great things like that.
Yeah, I think we have a little clip.
Yeah, I got one story I wanted to share. Just a little snippet of a little bit about Robert here. So check this out.
He was an innovator, and before electric vehicles were mainstream like they are now, he had gotten an electric hybrid car.
I remember one time as I was riding with Robert, and he had this hybrid, and the optimal speed was 54 miles an hour.
And was so preoccupied with making sure that he maximized the mileage on it.
Where he got the best fuel mileage was 54 miles an hour. And we were driving, and the whole way there, he drove 54 miles an hour because it was the most perfect speed for his fuel mileage.
Just fun stories like
that. That you would have never known.
Yeah.
Matt
Metcalf, he's very familiar around here. He shared some stories too about, you know, when he was on the morning show and different things like that. All these little memories that are just super cool to hear and whatnot. That to me I found that so funny. Jennifer Rasco said that she has never talked about gas prices more with anyone than Robert. And so, you know.
What would he say today?
Well,
right?
When, you know, in the 2000s, the gas prices were about as high as they were today as well. And I had some people say, you know, he just wouldn't stop talking about it. He was not happy with it. But you know, little things like that. He also talked a lot about food.
I love how you are carrying on his legacy.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
I love that.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so we're going to take a look at one of his on-the-road segments as well on the show. I'm not going to tell you which one.
Okay.
Think about it, though. You might be able to think of one of the better ones that he went to. So we're just going to hear a lot about his legacy, you know, his impact as a meteorologist. We'll talk to family and you'll hear from them. It's a really touching show, and I hope people will, you know, maybe 7 a.m., if that's a little early for you. DVR it, and we're going to post it on our website and stream it on our app as well.
Yeah, and thank you for all the hard work you've done putting it together.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I don't know what I'm going to do next week.
Well, how about you come to the store?
Yeah, there we go.
Hang out
We'll
with
have some cooking. I heard, is Judy coming around here too soon?
Judy's going to be here, I believe, next Friday.
Well, how about that?
So you'll be around.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you can join Jacob this Sunday morning at 7 a.m. right here on WCIA 3. Set that DVR right now before you forget.
Yes. All right. Coming up.
10 years since we lost an icon here at WCIA 3. Robert Reese was well known by everyone in Central Illinois. He took pride in his work, and by being a meteorologist, we could all count on.
I was the newbie, and Robert really went the extra mile to make me feel comfortable. I remember one time he took me down to Arcola to just show me his hometown. And what did it mean for him to be a broadcaster in his hometown? And I just thought that was the neatest thing. And early on, he's sharing that piece of himself with me.
His ability to connect with everyone, his humor, and his stories are missed greatly by many here in Central Illinois, and we'll be honoring his legacy this weekend on the 10-year anniversary of his passing. You can watch our special one-hour show hosted by Jacob Dickey, Remembering Robert, Sunday morning at 7 a.m. The show will be on television and streamed on the WCIA 3 News app, and after the show airs, watch for special digital content and more online at WCIA.com. And Jacob's put a lot of... This weekend marks 10 years since Robert Reese passed away. He was the chief meteorologist here at WCIA, and in his time here, he made an impact in the lives of many. Tonight, meteorologist Jacob Dickey shares a little bit about the life of Robert Reese.
He was so genuine, and that was it. He let his personality shine through and come through, and he was real.
I remember one we went to in Stewardson, and I was new, and this crowd flocks around Robert. He had this ability to connect with people. He was real.
It was just so nice to have somebody that was just so easy to work with.
We all connected with him. There's not one person who didn't like Robert.
We were doing a car care segment, so I mistakenly said, sure, go ahead and take my car down and get it cleaned. And so while he's doing this live, he's saying, well, yeah, I've had a chance to look around your car. And he had taped a picture of David Hasselhoff and all this other stuff that he planted in my car.
He would also notoriously hide other people's keys or their cars. If you were unfortunate enough to leave your car keys lying about, he made sure to move your car to a different location. So you had no idea where it was.
The worst part was that he used some kind of car cleaner that smelled like pina colada. I seriously was afraid if I got stopped by a police officer that if I rolled down my window, it would just smell like alcohol. It was horrible. I think he used the whole can of it.
I went through like multiple corporate mandated hair changes in my time. 3 years, and I had 6 different corporate mandated haircuts. And Robert would always laugh, coming in and said, oh, is this the new do for the day? I'm like, yes, it is.
He was just so good about that.
You can hear many more stories about Robert this weekend. Jacob is hosting a special one-hour show Sunday morning at 7 a.m. You can watch the show on TV or through the WCIA 3 News app. After the show airs, watch for the show and more to be posted online at WCIA.com. Well, this weekend marks 10 years since Robert Reese passed away. He was the chief meteorologist here at WCIA 3, but he was more than just that for so many people. In his time here, he made an impact in the lives of many.
I remember towards the end of Robert's life when he got sick for the final time, he actually called me from the ambulance. I can hear the sirens, and he's like talking to me like a normal conversation. He said his wife made him go. And I think, that speaks to the spirit of Robert, of how even as he dealt with illness, he still found a way to just always be positive. And that's something that I think we all could use a little more of.
Our one-hour special on Robert, hosted by Jacob Dickey, will air Sunday at 7 a.m. It'll also be streamed on the WCIA 3 News app, and more content can be seen on WCIA.com. Well, the Eastern Illinois